We are live and direct. We are lit. We are going. It's your boy Jake Boers, man. It's the Slap Alert with Project Exposed. You feel me? We talking about real life-ish. We talking about conspiracy theories. We talking about socialism, for lack of better words. You feel me? But today we talk about mermaids. There's been a lot of mermaid talk lately, and I just,
Allegedly.
I'm a nosy guy. I want to go see if it's real or not. So we gonna check it out. We gonna see if it's for reals or for thrills right now. So like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Share this G thing. It really helps out. But we finna get straight into it though. So they've been called sirens, sea spirits, water demons, and ocean gods. That's the name for these mermaids. You know, if they gave us mermaid. They call them mermaids for us. They try to like desensitize us to the topic. So if we was to see them in real life, we probably wouldn't even know what it really is. You feel me? We gonna think, oh, it's just a little mermaid from the Little Mermaid.
The River Mama.
You feel me? Some say that they're just a myth. Others say that they've been seen. They're half human, they're half fish, and they're watching from the rocks or swimming beside their boats. I don't know how I feel. I'm in a boat. I already don't like large bodies of water, for one. But if I'm in a boat and I see like a big ass fish girl swimming next to me, what's the word?
Fishing?
I don't want no fish woman swimming next to me. I'm not gonna lie. Especially if it's parallel. That's the word I was looking for. Parallel to my ship. That's crazy.
They're not pretty.
So they say, allegedly.
That's not Ariel.
But what if mermaids aren't a fantasy, though? What if some ancient, intelligent, and aquatic is still holding in our oceans? I butchered that. Something ancient, something intelligent, and something aquatic is still hiding in our oceans. Unclassified, undocumented, and unacknowledged. I just woke up, y'all, so bear with me. But you know, every little bit of everything they put in the little movies and shit, you know what I'm saying, got some truth to it. They got to get it from somewhere. You know, the human brain just can't make shit up. It has to have some type of reference for it to even, create. So, yeah. So this is not fiction, y'all. This is history. These are sightings, declassified references, and the G-mans. We refer to the government as the G-mans here, the real G's, how they silence things. This is Project Exposed, man. The Slap Alert, it's your boy Jay Boers. Tonight we going beneath the surface, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Share this G thing, man. You feel me? Before Disney, before fantasy novels, mermaids were feared and worshipped across nearly every ancient culture. Deep. Water gods, that's deep. We're talking about Mesopotamia, Greece, Africa, China, Scandinavia, the oldest civilizations on Earth, all describe humanoid beings who lived in the water.
They're everywhere.
I forget what African tribe it was. The Adogo tribe. It's a tribe in Africa that referred to aliens that came out of the water as the Nomo. You can look that up. They refer to them as the Nomo. To this day, they'll tell you about the Nomo. I forget which tribe it is.
They got the nomad tribe, the ones that swim in the water.
That's probably where nomad came from. Yeah, it's a tribe. It's an African tribe that live in the water. Their spleen is 50% larger than the actual human, so they could hold their breath longer, up to like 10, 13 minutes. Underwater, fishing.
Down like 200 feet below.
Yeah, like they...
no equipment.
They're far away from civilization, so they don't know what technology is. So it's crazy. Yeah. Let's break it down, though, by continent. In Mesopotamia, the Oannes, Oannes, 3000 BCE, described in the Babylonian Berosus text, they described them, these mermaids, as an amphibious being who came from the sea to teach humans agriculture, writing, and math. And they had the body of a fish and the voice of a man. You see what I'm saying? Like ancient Like, that's the Nomo for the Africans. This is in Mesopotamia, but you feel me? It's probably the same people. Ancient Greece, they called them sirens and tritons. Sirens were originally bird women, but morphed into mermaids in later myths. A triton, which is Poseidon's son, was half man, half fish, a sea god with a shell horn. Black Panther. Greek historians like Herodotus and Pliny the Elder documented strange fish people seen by sailors. Like, this shit is crazy, yo. Real mermaids. In Africa right now, Mami Wata.
The river mama.
Mami Wata. West African and Central African water spirits, half fish, half women, worship for healing and wealth. Still worshipped today in Nigeria, Benin, and Ghana. Documented in the 19th century missionary journals. This shit's deep, bro. You can go somewhere right now and they're going to talk about mermaids. Mami Wata.
Yeah, in Africa, it's not a myth. They say they've seen them. They're terrified of them. They're all over the place. It's a thing there.
Yeah, it's quite serious in those regions. Quite serious. In Japan, the Ningyo, they're not beautiful. They're described as monkey-fish hybrid. Eating its flesh I guess in Japan, if you eat its flesh, it grants eternal youth, but killing one will bring tsunamis and storms in Japan. So be careful with the Japanese mermaids, because they got some shit going, you feel me? Northern Europe, called Selkies and Havfru. Havfru. Havfrue. Havfru. Selkies, the Scottish sea beings who shed their seal skin to become human. Wild. Havfru, Danish sea maidens with long golden hair. Records appear in Norse sea logs from the 9th century. You know, it's documented in a lot of places that mermaids are in the water fucking with people and shit. It's documented in a lot of history, too. They just don't put that shit in your face. You got to go look for that shit, you feel me? Oh, mamas. So let's talk, though. I mean, let's ask, though. Did anyone famous claim to see a mermaid? Well, for sure. We're going to start with somebody that everybody heard of. Christopher Columbus in 1493, he wrote in his logbook that he saw 3 mermaids off the coast of what is now the Dominican Republic. Described them as not as beautiful as they are painted, but clearly with human faces. Quote from Columbus's journal, January 9th, 1493. They rose well out of the sea, but they were not as pretty as they are depicted. They been had depictions of mermaids in the 1400s.
They were ugly.
That's what this is telling. This is what you feel me? This is what's been documented. Captain John Smith in 1608 claimed to see a mermaid in the Caribbean with long green hair in a woman's form. I began to experience the first effects of love, he wrote, before realizing the tale. Ooh, that means that mermaid was captivating. It put him in a trance.
She was doing it on purpose.
And he was about to jump in the water for her.
He was going to get got.
Forever.
Snatched.
Forever.
Don't they take you under there and you could be like they slave for decades?
Allegedly.
Or they unalive you?
Allegedly.
They might bring you back.
Forever. Blackbeard the pirate, 1700s, left detailed instructions in his ship logs warning crew to avoid certain waters believed to be enchanted or inhabited by sea maidens. This in the 1700s. We getting closer, y'all. You feel me? Like Blackbeard the pirate, you got to forget, pirates was real. They was really out there functioning in the ocean.
All Caribbean water, from what I'm understanding.
Shit, this is alleged. Some say that the mermaids and things could be our ancestors that jumped off the boat. Don't shoot me, because I ain't say it first. Don't shoot me, I'm just saying. I can't even say that. His name is Hans, last name Egede. Missionary to Greenland in 1734, described as a marine creature with a human head, red hair, and a fish tail, witnessed by his ship's crew. These weren't bored fishermen, though. These were explorers, naval commanders, pirates, missionaries, and many described the same thing across oceans, across centuries. Yeah, it's more than one person saying it. I mean, that don't mean it's true, but goddamn, where'd it come from, man? I mean, you got
Gotta
fish.
be true. They done returned a lady from 40 years.
You got fish women out there in them waters. All right, let's talk science, though. Let's see. Can this really be true? Is this possible? Could mermaids or something like them be real?
Yes.
Let's enter the aquatic ape theory. Aquatic ape hypothesis, proposed by Alistair Hardy and supported by scientists like Elaine Morgan, suggests that human ancestors went through a semi-aquatic phase, traits we share with aquatic mammals. We share fat like whales and seals, the subcutaneous fat. Voluntary breath holding, okay? Webbing between fingers and toes, hairless bodies.
I got hair on my body.
I mean, but not fur. I know that. Ability to regulate salt through tears and sweat. So we got some, aquatic features. We can be in the water is basically what this shit is saying. Now, when you talk about aliens and shit and all the research that I did with aliens and shit, they say most of these extraterrestrials live inside the planet or underwater. Now, I'm just taking a good guess, but it probably has to do with maybe living longer because the surface ain't as safe as underground or underwater. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a different podcast. Anyway, this isn't accepted by mainstream science, though. It does give us a plausible biological framework for humanoid aquatic beings, whether real or ancestral. Let's talk about some encounters, some modern sightings. 2009, mermaid sighting in Israel, reported in Kiryat Yam near Haifa. I'm not saying this shit right. Near Haifa, dozens of locals claim to see a humanoid creature with a dolphin-like tail sitting on rocks at sunset. The municipality offered a $1 million reward for video evidence. If you was at that beach and you got a video of that mermaid, they offering a M to see it. Now,
they're offering an M to get rid of you. Allegedly. If you have that video, keep it to yourself.
That's deep. Unless you somebody like me, like I play with AI, so I might. I'm just playing. They gonna get me.
If you do have it, I want to see it too, but don't send it to nobody bigger.
They will.
They coming for you.
They unalive people.
They're not curious. They know what it is.
In 2012, Animal Planet's Mermaids, The Body Found, a mockumentary that caused the mass confusion, but was based on real military audio recordings of identified aquatic sounds. So basically in 2012, when they did the Little Mermaid documentary, they was basically making fun of it, trying to like get people off of it, I guess. Like, this shit's a joke. But they was using real military audio recordings. Now, I haven't heard or seen that documentary, but if they got real military stuff going on, then it really happened. Because that's how the military works. Zimbabwe in 2012, a local dam projects halted due to divers. I'm sorry, I'm still waking up, y'all. Divers refusing to enter the water, claiming mermaids attacked them. The G-mans, the government ministers, confirmed the reports publicly. Like, that really happened. That's interesting. In Alaska, sonar evidence from the U.S. Navy Multiple leaked reports from sonar operators detecting non-submarine movements in deep water, fast, evasive, and humanoid size. We got them on radar.
And it's invasive.
And they move quickly. They like really maneuver.
Fast.
They really maneuver. So we've got locals, G-man officials, and military sonar crews all describing things not in the biology textbooks. So what are we really seeing here? What's really going on? What's really going on?
There's mermaids out there, and y'all need to be careful because they're not just at the ocean. They're in the rivers, the lakes, in your bathtub.
See, now here's where it gets quiet, though. For all these sightings, any official responses, like any, news, nothing. They just deny it. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the NOAA, issued a public statement in 2012. No evidence of aquatic humanoids have ever been found. But y'all just heard what we've been talking about this whole time. These are real dates that have been looked up and fact-checked. That was in 2012. But right after that that statement came right after military-linked recordings had surfaced. Like that Navy sonar the Navy sonar thing. It was a whistleblower came, and he claimed unexplained sonar pings in deep trenches and refused to speak on record. Multiple insiders said files were confiscated or buried. Man,
Burned.
You feel me? When the government denies something loudly, that's not the end of the story. That's usually where it begins. You know what I mean? It's usually where it begins.
It took them to Area 51.
That shit's crazy, bro. Are mermaids real?
Yep, they're at Area 51.
Not in the Little Mermaid sense, they say.
Nope.
But something is out there. Ancient texts, global sightings, military recordings, eyewitnesses, and total government silence. Maybe they're not here to sing. Maybe they've just been watching longer than we've been looking. But this wasn't a fairy tale. This was Project Exposed. You feel me? So, but look, though, man, you got to think. What would you really do if you came across a mermaid, right? In this day and age, everybody getting smacked for putting shit out there that, the people don't want people to know. So would you even, of course, you'll probably see that motherfucker and get to safety. Get the fuck out of there. But do you tell somebody, what do you really do? Put it in the comments. Let me know how you really feeling.
I'm going to take out my good phone and take a good video that nobody seems to have at the moment of all these sightings.
Well, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. If I see one of them G things, I'm not thinking record it. I'm thinking...
Call the police.
I'm thinking, am I in danger? Do I need to I'm trying to get away from the motherfucker.
You're definitely in danger. I didn't say walk up to it and get a close
Well,
selfie
I'm saying,
with it.
from what I've been hearing, they put you in a trance. They sing to you.
They definitely know that you're there.
So I'm not finna play with it. Fuck, I look like, it's like, I see it there. I got two choices. Stay here and see what happens, or get the fuck away. I'm about to get the fuck away. I'm not thinking about, you know what I mean? So I feel it when people be like, nah, I don't got no kid, nigga, because I wouldn't have none either. I wouldn't have one either. You got something to add to your mermaids? Because that's the last of my information.
They out there.
You heard it
They
here.
kidnapped a lady in Africa when she was 9 years old and brought her back 40 years later. It's a real story in Africa.
Yeah, it's a story in Africa. A woman, a girl, she was taken as a girl, and 40 years later got brought back and was still the same age.
She was didn't look no more than 20 years old, they said. They say if you get brought back, if the mermaids bring you back, because usually they just keep you or unalive you, but if they bring you back, 9 times out of 10, you came back with powers, some type of powers. So I don't know, maybe she's in a village somewhere out there in Africa healing.
You never know. Shit, she might be she probably the voodoo
new
lady.
river mama.
Yeah. You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe, man. Share this shit, man. It's real shit, man. Y'all have a good night, man. And I'm on TikTok with this shit, man. J Boris His Store. Let's go.